Salaga from Nothos Natural Music, and today I thought I'd share with you two flutes that I'm currently working on that are sort of unique. These were 2x4 sections taken out of an old homestead here nearby where I live. This house was probably well over 100 years old, and a friend of mine was doing some of the demolition work on it and gave me two sections of 2x4. These sections of 2x4 are old growth Douglas fir that probably was harvested out on the western coast of this country, probably around Oregon, Northern California area, and the logs were probably either milled out there or shipped from that area to Illinois, where I live, and possibly milled here and then brought to the house where these built the house. So what I've done with the 2x4s is I've ripped them down in half to give me the two halves for the flute. And there's some hole filling that I have to do. There was a nail here that I'll have to fill in before I can tune it and whatnot. So there's a bit of work that's involved with preparing these pieces here. But I like the uniqueness of the old growth fir, Douglas fir, and I like some of the history that's behind this piece of lumber. And so it's kind of one of those unique things that I've found with flute making, is having friends that know what I do and want to help me with my flute making and provide unique lumber for my flute making. So it's kind of a special flute for me in that regard. So in any event, the other thing I wanted to share with you today here is some of the tools that I have made myself, customized for my own use. And this is one of them. This is a flat steel rod about a 1/2 inch wide that I ground down to about 5/16 width to help me create or shape and open up these true sound windows here, or true sound holes. I'll open it up to flatten out the top side and the bottom side of the hole. And then from there, I will use this 5/16 square steel rod that's heated up. And what I'll do is I'll square off each side of the sound holes to, again, square it off really nicely. And from there, I'll burn in the air channel with this tool. This again is about 5/16 square and custom shaped and bent to help me, or help with, burning in the air channels. I can make just about any width air channel with this tool, so it's kind of a very custom and handy tool to have in my workshop for my flute making. Once the air channel is burned in, I'll flip the flute over, and again, heating this tool up here, I'll burn in the ramp for the cutting edge of the flute and finish off the cutting edge on both chambers or both bores. Once that's completed, I'll sand the bore and smooth out any rough areas in this area here after burning in these windows, as well as these holes here. Glue the halves together, and from there I will add the mouthpiece that I'm sort of custom making for this flute as well. This will cap off the mouthpiece, and the wood types in this mouthpiece are walnut, sapele wood, red cedar, sapele wood, walnut, and old growth spruce. So that's one of the unique flutes that I'm working on from these 2x4 sections. Oh, and real quick on this flute, the bore length from the wall to the bottom of the flute is about 19 inches. So I should be able to get maybe an E flat flute or higher. So an E, maybe an F, or an F sharp. I can get anywhere up to an A key flute with a 7/8 diameter bore, cutting off lengths or sections of the flute to shorten the flute to get the fundamental note into tune. So that's one of them, and this is the other one that is, again, old growth Douglas fir, 7/8 inch diameter bore. This bore length is about 14 inches, so I should be able to get maybe a G sharp or a G, maybe an A out of this. I think I'd be pushing it if I can get an F sharp out of it, but definitely a G, G sharp, or an A. So this one here will be finished off with a mouthpiece that is red cedar, walnut, poplar, walnut, red cedar, and then old growth spruce to cap it off for this mouthpiece. So those are some of the things that I wanted to share with you that I'm currently working on in my workshop, and some of the secrets or custom-made tools that I utilize in my own flute making. I'm sure other flute makers have their own particular tools and secrets that they utilize or use in their own flute making. I think it's kind of important to share secrets or techniques or processes of individual flute makers and share them. This is a craft that I would like to see passed on to someone that I inspire from my making these videos, even if it's just one person. That's fantastic. I'd be honored by that. But this is how I learned, is by watching a bunch of videos. I do have a lot of artistic and sculptural background, some woodworking. I'm a carpenter, I'm a painter. So I have a lot of, I guess, blue-collar kind of hands-on trade work experience as well, and combined those things together, I was able to kind of pick up the flute making process fairly easily on my own by watching videos. I bought some books off of the internet to help me have manuals in my shop to refer to if I get stuck in my own flute making and I need a little bit of guidance or whatnot. So that's how I learned. I didn't have someone in my workshop that I could work with and watch them make flutes. I had to do this all on my own. It would have been nice to have a teacher to work with, but directly in my workshop, that is, but didn't have that luxury. So again, this is how I learned, was by watching videos, a lot of videos, and researching, and again, studying the manuals and books that I bought and DVDs that I bought, so I could do what I'm doing now. And I'm no expert, but I have enough people that have bought my flutes that leave me feedback that tell me that they love my flute. So I don't know, I must be doing something right, I guess. But I'm just a humble person that just loves making musical instruments for people and being able to share the gift and power of music with people around the world. And that to me is very special, and it's something that, again, I feel very grateful for, and it makes me very humble, and I just enjoy sharing this whole process of flute making. And again, if I can inspire one person or a handful of people to make flutes, then all the better with what I'm doing here. So with that, I'm going to close, and hope you enjoyed this video. Hope some of these things were insightful for you, and hopefully it helps you on your own flute making journey. And until next time, be well, play flute every day if you can, and play from the heart. And be well. Take care, people.